Ain't nobody over there. I just want to show y'all my hair. You want everything. Just know it come with something. So be careful what you ask for. For real.
Hi, you guys! Welcome to another episode of Sip and Chew with the crew. I am Envy Prices, and today we have a special guest, honey. A special guest. Like this is literally probably my dream episode, right? The dream episode, because we have the one and only my Lizzo. But to you, Miss Liz, what's going on?
I am so happy to be here. Well, my stank, my pooty poop, my sticker butt. My overall dream girl, the visionary, the queen. Okay?
She's a mess.
So, but yes, hi sipping crew with the, what is it? Sip and chew with the, sorry. We gotta rewind.
Yeah. Man, yes, you get on my fucking nerves right now. Don't do it.
I am so excited to be on Sipping Crew. I am so excited to be on Sip and Chew with the crew.
Yes, honey. Inside joke. Inside joke. You get on my nerves. Anyway,
for real, y'all, we've been laughing for like the last 3 minutes. So I got the, you know, when you have that good laugh and your head start hurting. That's me right now.
It's Shot O'Clock! 21 years and over. Drink responsibly. Here you go, your shot. Cheers. Cheers. And I bad sex for 7 years. Only that, honey.
That was good.
So today, you know, we sipping and now we chewing. Let me tell you what I mean. Now I made some yellow rice with vegetables and spicy honey salmon bites. Look at this. Look at this.
Let me smell it. Let me smell. Once again.
She does it once again.
She does it once again.
Oh!
Before
I forgot. Wait.
Really threw down.
See, this is the thing, right? She makes me nervous. I still get like butterflies, and it's almost 5 years? 4. No, it'll be June to be
19,
No.
20. It's what? Yeah, so about 4 years.
4 years, right? And so I forgot. Of course, we're sipping on some frosés, honey. Now it looks like that because we've been sitting here for a minute now, so it's melting. But here's how I made it.
Hi, you guys. So today I'm going to show you how I make my frosé. So I have, this is ice cubes, right? But I put the rose wine and some rum in it, right? And here I have the champagne. So basically a rosé is champagne, wine. If you want to add liquor, you can to make it stronger. And that's what I did. And then, so I have my little bullet. And so I take the ice and I just put it in there, right? And the reason why I froze my ice is because a frosé is frozen. So I put all the ice cubes in there. Good, right? Now I pour My ice cubes are big because I have the big cube. I have the big block ice cube. Why did I buy it? Because I think I'm a bartender. I didn't need it, but I bought it. And then now I have some champagne. Okay. And then here, I'm going to just blend it up, honey. The rose. I don't have a glass. Hello? What are you going to pour it in? Here goes the glass. So there's a little bit of juice left from the ice. Pour that in there. And because I like to drink, we're going to throw this extra rum shot. 21 years and over. Drink responsibly. Taste it.
Right.
Babe, this tastes so good.
Boom, boom, boom. All right. Now, cheers again. Cheers.
Let's do the thing where we wrap our arms.
You take mine and I take you. I don't know what's going on. No, that's not how you do it. I'm not even wrapped. What are you talking about? Yeah.
Babe, these salmon balls came out.
Salmon bites.
These salmon bites are the truth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're really good.
Mm-hmm.
I marinated them overnight
Mm.
in my special sauce. And here we are.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. Here we are. Let's get into it, honey. Trump is going to jail. I said that on the last episode. He's going to jail. He's going to jail, okay? The grand jury in Manhattan has voted to indict Donald Trump, right? He's pleaded not guilty to 34 felony charges of falsifying business records.
Look, he was impeached or attempted to be impeached twice. That didn't get him. Now these payments to the porn star may get him. I mean, he has 34 indictments. So we'll see. I just hope something gets him because Trump needs to go. I'm also confident in this because, you know, his attorney, Michael Cohen, actually went to jail for this. Because he was like the one who orchestrated the payments on Trump's behalf when Trump was in the White House. So he actually did time. And so this is how New York was able to build the case, because Cohen is like one of their star witnesses. Plus he has all the records and the correspondence. So they got the paperwork on Trump. So let's just see how this unfolds. Now, did you see them protesters?
Yes, I did. The protesters was out there
Hot mess.
fighting for Trump. You know,
Looking crazy. Sounding crazy. Like, look what Trump did to the January 6th. But half of them, if not all, in jail. And I know they still looking for the rest so they can put the others in jail.
yeah.
There's people literally doing time right now for this fool. And people really still coming out supporting him.
Well, that's just like the R. Kelly. People are still supporting
Get me
him.
started on that. He's a very sick person. Everybody want to talk about trauma and all that. And that, you know, all that stuff plays a role. But what he did was pure evil. That's all I'm going to say about that monster.
Monster.
So,
Blac Chyna, in her new transformation, she says what made her get into this newfound Angela White is working out, sobriety, and the Bible. She said, and it showed her who really was, it showed her what she really wanted to be, right? Finding God led her to reversing her plastic surgery. Now, from what I read, she's now has her doctorate.
before I even respond, let me just say, babe, you just looking so good. Like a whole snack. Let me just put that, let me preface what I'm about to say with that. Now on Blac Chyna. She is such a beautiful woman, truly. You know, and you know, her choosing to reverse her plastic surgery, I think is really courageous. You know, I think one of the things that she shows just to anybody, especially women, especially black women, is that you can be beautiful yourself. Like just as purely as yourself. You don't need all these enhancements and all of that. You know, and it took Chyna to go through her process to realize that. You know, but you know, and even her choosing to show her process of the implants and stuff being taken out, for her to like walk us and allow the public to be on her journey with that was also very inspiring. You know, so big up to Chyna, you know, regarding that. In terms of this seminary, I mean this doctorate, I heard it came from a fraudulent seminary. That's what they say. They saying it came from a fraudulent school that was under investigation or whatever. You know, more information is coming out about it, but I heard the school was really problematic, the one that gave her the doctorates. Which just happened to be a seminary. You know, for those who don't know, the seminary is where the pastors and stuff go to school. So, which is also red flags for me. But shout out to Chyna, for real. You know, beautiful woman.
Mm-hmm. And also, I was like on, you know, social media, and I just was like, I know her and her mom's relationship is chaotic, right? But it was just like the things that she was saying about Blac Chyna and downplaying that this is a PR stunt and she's a devil worshiper and this is all bull crap and you know, I really want to talk more about
yeah, babe, no, you hit it right on the head. On toxic mother-daughter relationships.
Right. Toxic.
You know, in the comments like that from her mother, I guess it would make sense why maybe Chyna thought that she needed to have enhancements to feel beautiful. Right? Like if you have such a toxic, like you said, babe, negative mother, psychologically abusive, emotionally abusive, when you have a mother like that, you it makes sense that you look outside of yourself for validation. You know what I mean? In these things. And for Chyna, it was these enhancements, etc. You know, but for other women, right? Other black women in particular who don't have access to money to do enhancements, it looks like other things. But Tokyo Toni, hot mess.
Yeah. I think it's a lot of jealousy, a lot of envy. And, you know, I wouldn't even know how to begin, like to have to what Chyna goes through when she sees social media and her mother is dogging her out.
Horrible.
Like dogging her out like she's a bitch in the street.
Right.
You know, we talk about toxic parents and things that toxic traits that our parents, you know, sometimes have. It doesn't necessarily make our parents toxic, but these are the traits, right? And some of the traits that I've experienced have been not being heard, right? Or being like pushed to the side when I'm trying to speak my truth, or when I'm not agreeing with what a parent is saying. Right, I'm not in agreement to what they're saying, so I'm like being like, "Oh, please leave me alone." You know how it goes in the community. But those are toxic traits as well because, unfortunately, I grow up to do the same thing in all of my relationships. You know what I'm saying? Like when I say relationship, I mean friendships, relationships, being a sibling, being a granddaughter, being a niece, you know, things of that nature. It's you know, I now am the one like when I don't want to fucking hear it or you're not agreeing with me, it doesn't matter. So please, I don't want to fucking hear that shit. And you know, and it becomes traumatic because you hold all this shit in when you need to be bringing it to the table and talking about it. You know, but it's unfortunate.
It is, and for Chyna and her mother, you could see like the mother's jealousy. It's almost like she's in competition with her, and it's sad that it's in full display. You know, and it's not just about China. China has children. So what, you know, God forbid her daughter sees this and her son sees this. You know, for me, my mother transitioned when I was young. So, but I do remember when she was alive. I thought we had a pretty strong and healthy relationship. But I've experienced a lot of toxic parenting from my father. And it's going to take a whole nother episode to even talk about how toxic parenting from fathers impact daughters. And you know, you gave the example of, you know, just some of the things that, you know, some of the characteristics your mother had. You know, one of the things that my father had is he would, for my brother and I, pick at our vulnerabilities or insecurities. That's what he would do. He would pick at our insecurities and amplify them, right? And then one of the lasting things on that, right, as adults, is now we super insecure in these particular areas. You know what I mean? Because it started with our very toxic father, because he didn't have the skills. You know, he didn't have strong communication skills as a parent, right? But anyway, that's a whole nother conversation I hope to be invited back on to have, right? But yeah, but again, shout out to China, Black China, or Angela White as she's going by. You know, which I just love her transformation. You know, it's kind of like she's coming home to herself. You know, but it seems like even that is not even stopping her. I just seen her on Tamara Hall shining. You know, while her mother on social media, right, hating. But Angela White is on national television shining. Okay, so let me just point that out and acknowledge the significant difference between social media and national media.
Right.
Okay.
All right then.
But for real parents, we got to do better. You know what I mean? We got to do better, because what we don't heal. I say we. I'm not a parent yet, but it's reality. You know, what parents don't heal, unfortunately, they project it onto their children. And they don't even realize the long-term impacts it has on their children's lives. And then their grandchildren's lives. Here we go, generational curses. So we got to get it together.
Now,
I'm going to sip to that.
I want to ask, right, can men and women have a platonic relationship? What's your thoughts on that? Because here's my thoughts, right? I have a lot of gay male friends. So this is for, my question can be like universal, but when I'm questioning myself is, can women be friends with straight men, right? Because I don't have any straight male friends. I have all male gay friends. And for me, I think, because I've experienced it, story time, right? An old high school friend or whatever, we reconnected on social media, and I was just like, hey, let's hang out, let's, go for drinks, let's, whatever. And he shut me down. He was like, I don't want to be your friend, because basically I want to fuck, right? I can't be your friend because I want to fuck you. And I it was disappointing to me. My feelings was hurt because that's not the first straight guy that I've known, that I've tried to be friends with, that has said that to me and didn't want to be my friend. Or didn't want to fucking be my friend. So I ask you, do you think it's possible?
You know, I do. My my early introduction to male friendships were with my brothers. I'm one of four, the only girl, and the youngest. So I do believe that having platonic male friends are possible. I feel like I've had, just through different trajectories or time periods of my life, elementary, middle, high school, college, graduate school, etc., I've had like strong male friendships. Now, did they last? That's a different conversation. But I do think it's possible, and it takes a certain man. See, men got their own stuff, and I firmly believe we you know, I just look forward to the day where we all could be in conversation with a straight male and get his perspective. But you know, men just gotta be, from my experience, have to be in a certain life space. I will say my most successful relationships with men have been with men who were in relationships, either married,
right,
or had a significant other. So
or
it
didn't
was
find you
always
attractive.
Respected. It was. I mean,
they found you attractive,
maybe,
but it was
maybe
like,
not. But yeah, they knew boundaries. They had respect. You know what I mean? So yeah, but my most successful have been with men who were in relationship, and I mean, I dealt with them like they was my brothers. Like, you know what I mean? We would get vulnerable and all that stuff. We just have boundaries in place, and it was beautiful. So yes, I do think, but I think it takes a certain man. He has to be in a certain life space, and he has to respect you. He has to have a certain level of respect for you, so he can respect your boundaries. You know, as you respect his, and it has to be genuine love. So yeah, I definitely think platonic relationships can exist with straight men and straight women, for sure.
Yeah. Anyway, shout out to our special guest, the philanthropist.
You're so funny.
The educator, the therapist, because she is a therapist.
So I'll put my business out there. And don't edit that neither. Stop putting my business out there.
You know what, thank you, Liz, for being a guest. Your presence was everything tonight. Anyway,
it's something too. And you know, just shout out to my my pudding pop, my sugar plum, my stinker butt, my dream girl, my future wife, my life partner, my baby mama, okay, I'm getting carried away because it's the froze. She made this froze, but for real, babe, this was great. And you know, make sure you like, subscribe, follow, Sip and Chew with the crew.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode. Until next time, peace.
Let's go.